Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Daily English Mentor. My name is Daniel, and I'm really happy that you're here with me today. This podcast is all about helping you become more confident, more fluent, and more comfortable using English in your daily life. Today, we're going to talk about something very special, something that many learners don't even realize they need to improve. It's not just vocabulary, it's not just grammar, and it's not only about speaking. Today's topic is how to improve your thinking skills in English. You see, most learners focus on speaking and listening, which are important, of course. But thinking in English, truly thinking in English, is the bridge between understanding and fluency. It's the hidden skill that makes everything easier. Speaking, writing, listening, and even confidence. So, in today's episode, I'll guide you through what it really means to think in English, why it matters, and most importantly, how you can train your brain to do it naturally and comfortably. I'll share tips, examples, and simple exercises that you can start using today. So take a deep breath, get comfortable, and let's begin our journey together. Before we talk about how to improve your thinking skills, we need to understand what thinking in English actually is. Many learners believe it means having perfect English sentences inside your mind all the time. But that's not true. Thinking in English does not mean thinking in long, complex sentences like a professor. It simply means that your brain begins to use English automatically without translating from your native language. Here's an easier way to imagine it. When you see a dog, your brain doesn't translate anything. You don't think one word, then another word, then the English word. No steps. You just recognize the animal and the word dog pops into your mind instantly. That's exactly what we want to develop in English. The ability to connect ideas directly to English words without any translation in between. That's thinking in English, direct, simple, and immediate. It feels natural, and it helps your brain stay in English mode. When you start to think in English, even a little bit, your fluency increases dramatically. Your speech becomes smoother, your confidence grows, and conversations feel less stressful. Let me explain why this skill is so powerful. 1. It reduces translation delay. When you speak by translating everything in your head, there's always a delay. You think in your language, translate, correct yourself, then speak. This process is slow and stressful. Thinking directly in English eliminates that delay. 2. It builds fluency, not perfectionism. When you think in English, you use simple, direct structures. You don't overthink grammar. You speak naturally, and that's fluency. 3. It makes listening easier. When your brain stays in English mode, you don't get tired so quickly. You don't try to convert everything to your language. You just listen and understand. 4. It gives you confidence. Thinking in English makes you feel more connected to the language. You become more comfortable, more spontaneous, and more motivated. Many learners try thinking in complex English too early. But the real secret is to start very, very simple. For example, imagine you're making breakfast. Instead of thinking in your language, try thinking bread, coffee, I'm hungry, I need a spoon, the water is boiling. These are short, easy thoughts. Your brain accepts them without stress. The goal is not perfection. The goal is habit. If you train your brain with simple English thoughts, they will become automatic, and then you can move to longer sentences. 4. Describe what you are doing. This is one of the best exercises you can do daily. When you perform tasks, walking, cooking, cleaning, getting ready for work, describe your actions in English. For example, I'm washing the dishes. I'm opening the window. I'm checking my phone. I'm closing the door. I'm putting on my shoes. This builds thinking, speaking, and vocabulary at the same time. Even if you don't say the sentence out loud, thinking it is enough. Start with very simple things. After a while, you'll notice that your mind automatically uses English when you move, act, or observe. I know it might sound strange, but talking to yourself is incredibly effective. Self-talk helps you. Practice forming sentences. Improve fluency. Reduce fear of speaking. Build confidence. Develop thinking in English. For example, imagine you're preparing dinner. You can think or say, okay, now I need the vegetables. I'm going to cut the onions. Oh wow, they're strong. My eyes are watering. Let me get a glass of water. This mental narration trains your brain to stay in English mode. Thinking in English is not only about describing actions, it's also about using English in your internal discussions. For example, should I go for a walk today? Maybe I'll study English later. What should I eat for lunch? I think I'll call my friend this evening. These small thoughts create massive long-term improvement. Thinking becomes easier when you think in phrases. For example, instead of learning, interesting, improve, necessary. Learn full phrases. That's interesting. I need to improve this. It's necessary to practice. Why? Because your brain remembers language in chunks, small connected pieces. These chunks help you think faster and speak more naturally. When you see something, a tree, a car, a person, a cat, try to imagine the English word in your mind. For example, if you see a car passing by, don't think in your language. Think car, red car, fast car. If you hear a dog barking, think dog, big dog, loud dog. Images plus English words equals faster thinking. This is how children learn language. And it works amazingly well for adults too. To think in English, your brain needs exposure. So try to watch movies in English, listen to English music, follow English creators, read English posts, join English communities. The more English you experience, the more your brain feels at home in the language. This is very important. If you don't know a word, don't stop. Don't stress. Instead, understand the idea. For example, if you hear, he was overwhelmed, and you don't know overwhelmed, just think, he felt very strong emotions. Too much. Understanding the idea is enough. This keeps your thinking in English and prevents your brain from switching back to your native language. Just like learning to play an instrument or exercising at the gym, thinking in English requires practice. Some days will feel easy. Some days will feel harder. Both are normal. The key is to keep going. Even 1 minute of English thinking is a victory. Small steps become big changes. Be patient. Be kind to yourself. Celebrate your progress. Thinking in English is one of the most powerful skills you can develop as an English learner. It improves your speech, listening, confidence, and fluency, all at the same time. And the best part? You don't need books. You don't need long study sessions. You can practice anywhere, anytime, even silently in your mind. Remember, start small. Think simple. Be consistent. Don't translate. Train your brain gently. Enjoy the process. You're not just learning English, you're teaching your brain a new way to think, and that is amazing. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I hope this episode inspired you and gave you practical tools to improve your English thinking skills. Every day, you are becoming stronger, more confident, and more fluent, step by step. If you enjoyed today's episode, please like the video, subscribe to the Daily English Mentor, and turn on notifications so you never miss a lesson. And now I have a question for you. What small English thinking habit will you start practicing after this video? Tell me in the comments. I would love to read your answers. Thank you again for being here. This is Daniel from the Daily English Mentor, and I'll see you in the next episode. Keep practicing, keep thinking in English, and keep believing in yourself. You're doing great.